Just build it, drive it, make it a driver. It ain't got to be the prettiest thing, and it could smoke a little bit because there's some transmission fluid on the tailpipe. Well, other than that, it runs like a top, man. That's around the shop today. I got my old 1963 Chevy 2 inline 6. Has it become a tackle box holder, and then a bunch of trash in there. Basically, not a bunch of trash, but some trash. This thing has seen better days, but we are going to one day, if I can grab the one hand here. I'm going to take and try to get this thing crunk up and get it moved into the shop. I've got to replace fuel line, some brake lines. The brake lines is pretty rusty and the fuel line's pretty rusty too. But this thing, we're going to see if we can crank it up. Got to fill this bottle up with some gas. I'm going to fill this bottle up with some gas, old brisk iced tea, and we'll see if we can get it to crank up. And if we can get it to crank up, then pretty much that's what we're gonna get it moved around here to the side of the shop right here, and gonna start working on it. Try to get that thing up and going. I need to put floor pans in it, but because I know y'all have probably seen this thing in the background here and there, and so yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And give me a second here. Got some. We're gonna get this. I got to get my jump box too. I'm gonna stick a jump box on it because I know probably more than likely most of them batteries I have in there is well, I'm gonna get you set up right here somewhere. Well, I don't know if I can or not without getting y'all just basically seeing my armpit here. Here we go. Oh, well, it's a little dark out here. We're gonna try to get this thing into the light before we do anything else. We got it in there secured, holding up by the old fuel line, super secure. We'll grab a jump box. Whew. It was hot today, sure enough hot today, but we're gonna try to get this dude to bust off and see if she'll move. The brakes are 100% not that about non-existent actually, but we're going to get this thing set up and see if we can get it at least halfway around there. If we get it halfway around there, I'll take and try to stay there or not. At least try to get it around there to the edge. We always can we can flip if need be. We got a little hole right there, so you definitely could take and pat that thing if we need to. But I don't know if this old dude will. We got some lights, and we pumped the old gas a little bit, And nothing. Well, it's taking I'm gonna take and sit that up so it doesn't touch anything else. Man, it's hard doing this with 2 hands. Try to get old good ground right there. Well, let's see if we can get some. Gotta get some kind of ground going here. Whoa! For this jump box to do anything, I guess. Maybe. We ain't getting nothing. Oh. Well. Trying to get this thing around here before it gets too dark on us. Well, I don't know if she's going to do anything or not. Alright, so we got it. We just moved the battery cable around a little bit. I think everything's a little rusty. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah. Come on. Might not have enough in her. Oh no, come on. Come on. No. Oh man. Well, that didn't go as planned. Let's wiggle this stuff around some more. Hey, dang, there got some power going to her. Don't think it's gonna do it, but we're gonna try. Come on, focus for me. Come on. Nope, she just ain't, I don't know. She just ain't wanting to do nothing. Well, it's done about got too dark out here. Beautiful sunset. I don't know what she's wanting to do. Let's try it like this. Hold up.
Wait a minute, something ain't right. Cause then I start to taste them. I say,
I don't know.
And then I start to smell them. So it's like the smell like tastes like other.
Oh man, come on. Well, at least the cigarette lighter's in there, I guess. It just ain't trying to do nothing, I don't guess. What the heck? Well, I had to just jump it off. Yeah, I had to jump it off at the starter because for some reason this ignition switch is acting the crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we can. It's very scary doing this with the fuel right beside you, but hey, if it works, it works. Just gotta keep her going. See if we're getting some. See if we're getting some juice in there. And we ain't getting nothing yet. Ah, come on. I think the starter's getting stuck. May have to grab a new starter for this thing. Whew, it has done got about short enough dark out here now. We working in burning the midnight oil. Yep, keeps on getting into a spot. I think that starter may not be where it needs to be. And if we can just get a little pump of fuel up in this dude. Well, we got her crunk up. Let's see if we can go anywhere. We ain't got no lights. Might not be going nowhere if you can't see nothing. Let the hood down some. But she's busted off. Sitting on a bucket trying to get this thing to go. Oh, whoa. Can't see nothing. It's kind of sketch. And the window don't roll down. I don't know if we need to be doing this or not. Phew. It's kind of scary. Yeah, that was a little scary. Just a little bit. And it is dark as I don't know what out here. Whew. Let's see what we got here. Oh, now we got some. I can't see nothing. Gotta. Well, what we've come up with here is probably can't see nothing. It is super dark, and I've got to walk back to the shop so I can put a light on the front of the car now that I got it crunk up. I did get it to move a little bit, and we do got some you can kind of see. Sorry guys, this is kind of old, but turn that light off. There's the tail lights up there. This is where it was parked over here beside my race. But yeah, I was trying to get it before the sun went down, but that didn't happen. So now I've got to find my little magnetic light, stick my magnetic light to the hood. This is definitely a little crazy, but we get the light stuck to the hood. I'm going to locate that light because I honestly do not remember where I put it, and then we'll get back after it. All right, y'all. All right, so we got us a light. I guess it's going to halfway work. Trying to not block my. We got us a string light on the front of this thing, and we're going to try to crank this thing up again and see if we can move it on up there. I think I'm actually gonna have to go get some more gas. So bear with me. Got it up here. I'm gonna try to crank it up again and try to get it pulled up into the shop because I got to coming down this little hill right here. It's a little small hill, and we ain't got no brakes, so I had to switch it off, and I dropped my phone and dropped the light. It's still up under the car back there. It fell off the front. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get this thing crunk up, and we're gonna try to get it pulled inside the shop. Cause yeah, that was kind of scary, a little sketch, but hey, we're getting there, almost inside. Well, we finally got it inside the shop, and yeah, that was a struggle bus. Let's see if they, I don't know, well, the front camera, that's dirty, that's why. There we go. Got it in. Yeah, that was definitely a struggle. We had a little passenger. I guess he was trying to go after them there tackle. Get out of here, buddy. Get out of here. Ciao. Move it on. Get out of here. Get on out of here. But yeah, finally got it in the shop. Holy smokes. That was a job. But yeah, I guess we're gonna try to start messing around with this thing. If I let it sit I mean, it's already a rust bucket anyways, but if I keep on letting it sit more, it's gonna be even more of a rust bucket. I've got a ton of brand new interior, new seat covers, new door panels, new headliner. Trying to think of what else we got. The fuel lines, and I've got to pick up some brake lines. I'm gonna pick up some brake lines and bend them myself. And it's really just the rear brake line is what's crazy. It's the craziest thing on this car that I've seen. But I guess these are the normal rust spots or whatever that are on them. But it's just crazy that the doors have rust at the bottom of them, but the lower, right below it, the doors, it ain't. And none of the rear quarter panel, none of it, like it's as pretty as you can ask. And I done ran a magnet all the way across it. There ain't no Bondo or nothing on it. I really, honestly, I don't really know. It's kind of crazy. But these right here is as solid as you want them to be. I mean, all is, every bit of that's solid. I mean, but the floor pans, gone, non-existent. And then it has rust right there at the bottom of the door. Rust at the bottom of the fenders. I mean, it's, I don't really. And then I bought this new piece here because it has a rust hole here, but it's all rusted right here and everything. I bought that piece there. I don't know if I'm gonna put it in there or not. I really just want to cruise this thing. Y'all, we're back out in the shop today. We got the Chevy 2 pulled up in here. Finally. Jesus Christ. That was a finally got it done. But it's good to go. We still have the homemade gas tank. And as you can tell, we can look like somebody shot a tin can. This thing is it's a bit rusty. As you can tell. This is the weirdest thing ever is it's only in certain spots. It's not like everywhere on the car. But a while back, me and my son was messing around with this thing, going to get it moved around, and I was trying to get the gas up to the front because it has a new carburetor and it has a new distributor and all in it. So I told him, I said, let's try to pump a little air into the tank, just kind of spurts. Well, he took and grabbed it and held it pretty reasonably for a long period of time. And I guess unfortunately that this provisions for like an overflow or a breather, and I was wondering why whenever I put gas in it, it was leaking. Well, there's a hole there, a hole there, and a hole there. And unfortunately, that is not That is not good. So, therefore, I'm going to get the brake line snatched off of it, and we're going to have to see about getting a gas tank. None of our local junkyards around here have any of these cars that are this old. So I highly doubt that I'm going to find another one here. And I probably could weld it up, but I really don't want to weld it up, because obviously if the tank, you know, is rusted and it shot out those holes right there, that the inside of it's going to be destroyed anyways. And for as cheap as the gas tank is for one of these cars right here, probably just going to grab it. Just going to order one, and when it comes in, we'll have that problem fixed. So therefore, I thought that the actual fuel line was rusted. It's not. It's the gas tank itself. So I guess we're just going to try to clean up some of this stuff around here, get all the stuff pulled out of the inside of the, it's kind of dark in here, or somewhat. Get all the stuff out the inside of the car cleaned out, and kind of get a idea of what we're going to do on the floor pans. I can order a whole floor pan, but I can take and build my own floor pan for what we're going to use it for. I'm probably just going to kind of turn this into a not really a hot rod, because I'm just obviously going to leave that motor in there. But it's a possibility that I might turn it into a hot rod and leave that inline 6 in there. Who knows? But I definitely want to lower the car down, so I'm gonna probably more than likely lower it down, and but all that, we're gonna get the brakes fixed first before we do anything else. Definitely gonna get the brakes fixed first. I know that the car runs and drives. Gear shifter's a little wanky, but we'll fix that too along the way. But the brakes is the #1 priority right now. And then we'll kind of update it as along, you know, how it goes. So here we go. What we got here, we got these tabs. I got to bend these tabs back so I can pull that back seat out. I'm get that pulled out, and pretty much got everything cleaned and scaled off the floor. Before I ever got this car, somebody had tried to already do this, and that's not what you want. So, and I really feel like the brake lines would have been fine. I thought the brake lines was rusted also. It come to find out, it ain't the brake line that was rusted. It was whoever cut this out to do this, cut the brake line with the saw, or the Metabo, or whatever you want to call it, grinder, whatever they used to cut this thing. But they actually nicked the line, and that's where all the brake fluid's going. So we got all the scaly stuff off. I'm gonna try to get in here, and I'll probably end up making these 2 toe panels out of 2 different pieces, and then from here all back it's gonna be one solid piece. It's everything on this right here is good, and there's one hole in the actual transmission tunnel right here that I'm probably just going to cut out and patch it so I don't have to do the whole transmission tunnel and everything else. So like I say, this is just going to be a cruiser. This ain't going to be, you know, something that's, you know, show quality or whatever. We're just going to use this so me and all the kids and the wife and everything can jump in it and cruise and just whatever, you know, do whatever in. But yeah, I'm gonna get this seat popped out of here, and then we can start more than likely going ahead and dropping all this old metal out. Definitely don't want to go to cutting and grinding with all that stuff hanging out, because yeah, that'll be a fire waiting to happen for sure. But here we go. Get y'all set up right here somehow. These little pliers right here are the most handiest little thing that you can ever have. Always keep those in your pocket for, you know, like opening beer bottles and stuff. I had to vacuum this stuff back out again. Feel like I'm gonna fall through the floor. Ah. So we got that, got the back seat out, and we took and got it all vacuumed out, all that material. But yeah, I think we're gonna get this done down right here and try to go ahead and make a plan on how we're gonna do this floor pan right here for sure. Yep. Let's see what we can figure out. Well, we got this, went and picked up some brake line. Got me 2 pieces. Here's the old piece that I'm gonna try to mimic for the rear. Start from the rear and go to the front. I may have to splice in, depending on if this one ain't long enough. But we're finna get after it, so y'all hang tight. We're finna try to do this thing. The best way I've learned to get rid of spider webs on old cars, yeah, we just get rid of all that stuff. Burn, Satan! I think that cleaned it up pretty good. We got a little greaser right there, a little grease smoke. But Yeah, other than that, until you've had some spiders drop down on your face, you know exactly what I mean. I want to make sure that I get all them dudes out of there. Every bit of them. I done kind of de-spiderwebbed the back there. So yeah, pretty much got them all knocked out. That's the easiest way, fastest way I've learned to get all them spider webs out of there. Go ahead and get rid of them. Turn the blower on. Yeah, I ain't trying to get no spider walking around my face. I've had it before. It's not fun at all. You'll hurt yourself trying to get out from up under them cars, and that's for sure. All right, let's get back after it. This is what I was talking about. Look at that. Black Widow. I don't know if you can see the red button. Right up under my face. Yeah. That's a big mama right there too. So I'm going to ease on up out of here just a little bit. Slowly. Ah! It's on loose. Yeah, that thing is humongous. Alright guys, so what we got there is I put a union in the brake line right here, and this was a 72 inch brake line, and this is literally all I cut the very end of the right there at that fitting to put the bevel in. The brake line that was on here, I mean, it's actually in perfect shape. There ain't nothing wrong with it from here, so I mean, why not? I was gonna have to go buy another one, which I did. I bought a short piece, but it still wasn't gonna be long enough to get all the way up to the front. So this actually worked out pretty good, and I just used the existing one that was already there, and it's already pre-bent up top, so that worked out good. Got it all back into the piece, so right back into the original brake line pieces here and here, snapped in right there beside the fuel line. So I may replace that fuel line because it does look a little toasty, but we'll see. Not sure yet. Hey, if it works, it works. But yeah, we got that done. The next thing is I'm looking from the bottom. The floor pan is pretty solid in this area here, all the way up to that, and then right here, straight across the seatbelt area. I don't know. I may end up seeing if I could salvage that piece right there. I'm not 100% sure, but if not, like I say, we're just gonna cut it along the braces, and then we'll take these bracings out, and then just weld a washer and nut on the bottom of the new pans we're gonna put in there. But another thing that I was also thinking about too is putting some subframe connectors on there, and that'll also help with the floor pan too. So I guess it'll help it hold it up, you know, with the other braces that are up under there, the subframe braces. But I'd like to tie the transmission cross member to those subframe braces that connect it, because this is a unibody car. So yeah, so got the brake line on there. We're fitting to put some brake fluid in it and try to bleed the brakes. Maybe it'll work out. We'll see. Gonna get it. Got to grab some brake fluid. Got to get a screwdriver, because this thing right here is absolutely a beast to try to get off the top of this right here. I mean, an absolute. It's hardcore. So. We're gonna put some old dot 3 Napa dot 3. Come on over there. Jeez. Dry. Try to get a little bit down in there real quick. That was weird. Started bubbling. Well, I checked our fitting up under there. It's dry. That's good. That's really good. So now we'll put some more in it, and we will try to bleed it. See if we can get it bled. a lot easier to put it on than it is to take it off, that's for sure. Gotta find me a board, scrap board, go look in the scrap pile. Got us a piece out the scrap pile. I've been cutting up a bunch of boards whenever I went to do the pallet racks up there or whatever. Had a couple spare pieces to see if this is perfect. Hopefully it is. Maybe, maybe not, who knows. Sometimes I get lucky like that. Sometimes I don't. But what? Here we go. So, gonna pump that dude up. This is how you bleed the brakes by yourself. Maybe not. Might have to cut this one. Alright. So, let's grab this. We're gonna go back here. I'm gonna try to bleed these things if I can get the light set up in. Blind myself. Blinded by the light. Wake up like a rusty old Chevy 2. It's gonna squirt right in my eye. Don't think I wanna do that. So let me go to the other side. I don't know how good y'all can see, but ooh. Some nasty stuff. Oh. Now, I'm sure y'all probably don't want to watch this the whole time, but I'm gonna take and pump it up every time. I'm gonna bleed that one. Check my fluid. I don't know if this is I'm gonna have to. Ow, that hurt. Yeah. I'm gonna have to shorten it now. Well, I'm gonna have to shorten my manual brake bleeder. Let's cut that off and I'll get y'all set back up and we'll get back after it. Well, we got it in there. Pumper, upper, breaker, bleeder. Pump it 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just stick it behind the steering wheel. I only had to cut it about 37 times. And I don't know why I just didn't grab the saw and just bring it out here and cut it back here instead of walking back there to the shop every time. But yeah, we got plenty of hard pedal too, right there at the top, which is good. And also noticed that, you know, the horn don't blow right here. I was putting that board in there and it was, hold on, I undone the battery so it wouldn't scare me like it did a while ago. I didn't know what in the world. This thing sounds weird. Well, Now she ain't doing nothing. Yeah, so the horn button's up under there. And evidently it hasn't been blowed in a long time, so because it was like it was a little weird out here. But we got all the brakes bled, and our fitting, the brake line and the fitting we put in is dry as a bone. That's a good thing. So right here, no leaks, super dry. It's a good thing. That's the shiniest piece on the whole car as of right now. But we're getting there, slowly but surely. Blind y'all with the light. So that's gonna, I think that's pretty much gonna wrap the brakes up. Anyways, we got the brakes. I also noticed that the generator light was coming on, and I crunked this thing up and it is not charging. So that alternator's crap. So whenever I picked up the brake lines a little earlier, I picked up the brake lines, I went ahead and grabbed a alternator too. So we're going to change the alternator out on this thing, and yeah, so that's the next step of the thing that we need to do to get it running and up to par, I guess you should say. But we're going to try to, more than likely, we're going to go ahead and get on the like I say, I got to order a gas tank, so it'll be a little while for the gas tank comes in. And I'm trying to think of what else. So we're going to continue on, try to knock this thing out, and if I can get the alternator knocked out and everything tomorrow, because I'm about to call it a night. I'm wore out. I'm gonna get the alternator on it, and then we're gonna try to test drive this thing. Probably can't test drive it far. I'll probably have to rig up like a gas tank, because our little brisk sweet tea, iced tea, it ain't gonna get us far. So yeah, we may try to drive this thing tomorrow. Who knows? We'll see. Hopefully. Now that we got brakes, I'll be all for it. So yeah, we're gonna continue on this thing. So we got it all cleaned up. I'm gonna let it sit outside. Sit outside and let all the water run off of it. And for the most part, I mean, I'm just trying to get all the mildew off the glass and all the mildew off the side and everything. I know it may shine up a little bit, but I'm not looking forward to it to shine up. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever it is, it's pretty much what it's going to be. You know, a lot of the clear coats peeling and stuff like that. But them white walls, it definitely looks good. Got them all cleaned up, got the rims all cleaned up. Put the iron remover on there, and it actually helped out a ton. It cleaned a crap load of stuff off of that, the body of it. I mean, the water still kind of makes it look somewhat shiny, but a lot of it still shines pretty good because the clear coat ain't flaking off of it. And most of the rust, that iron remover turned a lot of that rust black. And especially you can see in this spot right here, pretty good bit. But I'm gonna try to all the other little surface rust and everything on the bumper, I'm gonna try my best to get it off if I can. For the most part, I think some of it'll come off of there. I mean, it's pretty much been, a lot of it's been, you know, it's got rust on it, but a lot of it, I think it's actually been decently taken care of, as far as, you know, not left sitting out in the field or something its whole life, or somebody done a restro on it maybe, I don't know, some years back or what. But it all looks to be, you know, the matching stuff that goes to it, you know, motor, transmission, hubcaps, all the emblems are on it. It's not missing no emblems, and the only emblem that is actually off of it is this emblem right here, which I have this one, and I also have a brand new one that I bought because I didn't realize it was this one was in the trunk. So well, either or either one of them, I'm gonna try to polish out most of the aluminum trim that I can polish out on here, because like I say, it's got all the trim on it, all the original trim too. So it even has the 6 Chevrolet symbols on the fender still. Most of the time those are gone, but we're making leeway on it. I still I've got to change out the I'm gonna change out the alternator generator on it, and other than that, I'm gonna grab some gas and we're gonna try to maybe drive this thing down the road. Whoa, wasp! Yeah, get out of here! Whew. Thing about hit me right in the face. Jesus, those dudes are there. They're out here. But so yeah, I'm gonna let it dry for a little while. Let it kind of dry outside before I pull it back up into the shop. And man, look, my hair looks white, but just gray-headed, old, getting old, I guess. But yeah, gonna let it dry. Going to get it pulled back in the shop once it's all dried, and replace the alternator on it. So that's the next step. All right, guys, stick with us. We're almost there. Well, we're gonna try to go ahead and get the alternator on it. I did grease the, pull y'all out right there. I did grease the hood hinges. Thank God, because they were, and I have to get a longer stud in our, in our breather here. Got to put a longer stud in it because this one's too short to do that filter that I have. I took and put a can and air filter in there, so it actually it picked it up a little bit. It'll be fine though, because it'll still seal on the top and the bottom, and it'll still seal through the little hole. So the hole kind of comes non-existent once I do that. Well, we'll get this, and we fixing to get this booger here out and try to get it changed out. All right. Alright, we got the new alternator on. Got it all put in there. Fixing to hook the battery back up, and I also want to add a ground to the body too, because I've noticed that they ain't one of those on there. So I'll more than likely add one of those to it too. But as of right now, our tester is saying we got, let's put it like this, 12.1 volts. Let's crank it up, see if it'll do anything. Well, I had to pump the gas once. And we're still not charging. So still not charging. I don't know if y'all can see that on the camera, but it's 11.7, 11.9. The generator, I can't talk. The generator light went off, but it is not charging. I wonder if I'm wondering if the actual voltage regulator may be bad. Voltage regulator could be bad, a possibility. But I mean, all the igniter wires is in there. I'm gonna check the fuses under the dash just to make sure they ain't got no blowed fuses or anything like that. I could just crawl under the I could just crawl right through the floor if I wanted to, I guess. Got the fuse box in there, still has the old bulb fuses. I don't know if y'all can see that up in there good enough, but yeah. Well, I'm gonna check those and make sure that those are good. Then I'm gonna check the voltage regulator, and we're getting closer. All right, so we've been piddling on this thing. checked all the fuses, checked the voltage regulator. It's good. What I figured out was, took me a little bit, was the axe ground wire. The guy I got this from had already painted this motor and everything. Well, he must have painted everything also, and then bolted, then just bolted that back up. But we actually got it charging now. It's charging. But we're fixing to get rid of this here for the time being, and we're going to run this fuel cell right here we got. Is it dumb if it works? It's gonna work. I mean, it's no different. It's just 5 gallons of gas compared to a few inches of gas that was left in my sweet tea up there. But yeah, we're gonna take and plumb a hose through the floor, being there's an entrance hole all right there in that area, and run it up under there. Not really worried about any of the heat on this side, because there ain't no manifold or nothing on this side over here. It's all on the other side. But yeah, I'm gonna take and run a line from the filter into the cab of the car right there, just so we can drive her down the road. So yep, here we go. So we're going to go ahead and get something to cut that line with, and go ahead and cut that line, and see if it'll pull fuel up. Should pull fuel pretty good, hopefully, maybe. I'm not sure. So the best way, I guess, just to take the line and then put right here, and then just take and measure this, which I don't know if I can set y'all up good enough for y'all to see or whatever, but maybe. So zip tie it right there. They even put an actual handle on the top. It's not for carrying it. It's for holding our fuel line. I took and made a slit in this little plastic piece right here. We're gonna get us a zip tie and zip tie that right there. But yeah, that's the hold down for the fuel line. They knew what they were doing whenever they made those. Appreciate you, Renegade. Done a great job. Always utilize the tools that you're given, not the right way. So don't do as I do. Do as you do, because this is probably not the correct way to do all this stuff, but it's what we got to do on the fly. We do it on the fly, and then hopefully it'll work for the time being. So I'm gonna get that zip tied, and then we're gonna crank it up and let it run for a little while. So here we go. So let's see if it'll crank up. Nope. Pat the old gas. Oh, there we go. See if it's pumping some fuel up there. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah. It's pumping in there now. And kind of, well, the filter's a little dirty, but maybe you can see it whenever I get it together. Yep. Well, it's working. Put the lid back on there a little bit. May have to make some kind of vent in the top of that. This thing be building up some condensation inside the tailpipe. A crap load of it. Maybe it's just because it hasn't been ran long enough to really run that good. Let's see if the tail lights work. Or I think we know the tail lights work. I meant to say let's see if the blinkers work. Yep. Left blinker works. Right blinker works. I still don't think the headlights are working. I gotta figure that out. Oh, got that front blinker and left blinker. So all the blinkers are working. The two front blinkers are working at the same time. So I know what that probably means, that there's probably a wire crossed up inside or something somewhere. But it works on the dash. We do not have no dash lights and no dome light. Man. But we're gonna let it sit here and run for a while and check back with y'all shortly. Yeah, there's transmission fluid on this exhaust right here. That's why that smoke's coming from. That's the only reason it's actual smoke. These tires been sitting too low, but I feel it run and drive. Just build it, drive it, make it a driver. It ain't got to be the prettiest thing, and it could smoke a little bit because there's some transmission fluid on the tailpipe. Well, other than that, it runs like a top, man.